So in this video, I will be working on the DaVinci Mini printer nozzle and how to clean it.
So squeeze left and right, should come off, and then pull up. Clicking this, the bottom's going to be very hot, so careful. Yep, that got me. Okay. Alright, time to disassemble again. Be careful not to touch that front, because that is super duper hot. Come on, stop doing that. Get that out. I'm gonna get this guy here. Should pop out. Just push on this guy. Should wiggle, push, pull, and worst case we grab a little thing here. There we go. Okay, good. All right, so now this should be really hot. Yep, it's still hot, and yeah, we can't. We see down there, but I can't do anything with it. Why can't I get anything out of there? It's just stuck. Alright, looks like you have to go to second drastic measure, which is take out those two. There's no power on this one, that's good. These are two little screws, okay. Now we got this guy. Pull that guy off, okay. And we don't have to mess with that. We could take off this fan if we really want, but that means I try not to mess with that very much. So what I'm going to do is take off this. It's pretty hot, so I'm trying not to burn my finger. You should probably wait till this cools down, but I'm going to take that risk. I actually want to heat it up. It's hot. It's bearable. I'm going to twist that off. Alright, so now there's a chunk, but that's just a little piece. That's nothing. That ain't going to do anything for us. So now we got to disable or undo our. We got this wire right here, which I really didn't want to do, but I guess I will. We grab the pliers in here, just squeeze left and right of it, and just kind of gently pull it out, okay? And this guy has a little connection right here. He has pushed down right here, and she'll come right off, okay? Push down that little thing right there. So you push down on that. Don't know how well you can see that. Push down and that squeezes off, okay? Alright, so now we have just a nozzle, alright, with the stuff inside of it. And this is when we need to push. Basically we need to go backwards. Let's take a hex off there. Okay, I'm going to take, she's still pretty warm, but anyway, no problem. So I'm going to take this right here, unscrew this, and this must be this is the heating element. Crazy. Okay. And this is the thermocouple. The Allen key we can keep in there or take out, whichever one you want. So we don't lose it. Okay. And now I'm going to heat this guy up and push the material out. So I'm going to put it onto my stove probably, and push material straight through there with my rod, and I'll be holding on with some pliers. So probably like this. and heat this guy up right here. Pushing material through there. I can see the material, but I can't get the material out. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's just burnt. Something's wrong with it. Anyway, this is what we're gonna do. We'll come back. Okay, so I took apart the nozzle of my DaVinci Mini, and I was able to get through here and clean this out, and you can see through it now. There was some white plastic inside of there. I'm thinking there was a guide to allow it to keep the filament straight. It was probably a higher temperature, but yeah, I took that out and probably shouldn't, but anyway, I'll figure it out. If I need something to go in there, I'll put it in there, a higher temperature melting device or material. So this went here, okay, that went there, this here, I could see through there, and this goes to the very top. Now we get I went and took off the nozzle here too, so now that is clean for the most part. I don't have a small enough drill bit for that to get in there, so hopefully that's not packed full of stuff. I can't see through it. So let me see if I can. No lights coming through. Nothing. So I'm hoping that I can get the material. I melted it quite a bit. I heated up this red hot and stuck this in there, melted all the stuff. So if there is anything in there, it's got to be really, really small. So I'm hoping that this will work. Okay, got it. So they've got the thermocouple there. I kept that on there. All right. So now this guy, and that's the thermocouple, and this guy right here screws on the, or actually these little threads, don't damage these threads. I accidentally touched them and I shouldn't have. They're slightly damaged, but they still work. So just put them into there. This thing screws onto here. I'll play around with it. There we go. Okay, it finally went in. Okay, and there, it's fairly tight. That's good enough for me. Okay, and yeah, using my grips, vice grips and stuff, I kind of goofed it up, you know, scratched it up, but should work. So now this one goes on here. So now we should be able to get my filament in there. Okay, and now I will put this back together. So first thing is this guy gets this little thing right here. This goes in between. This goes here, in between. This goes on top. Okay, and then we find a flat. We match the flat up. Okay, now this guy goes in here. And we should, so we'll put it in with the, this is the heating element. Okay. And I lost the set screw, which I said earlier. I don't know if you caught it, but I said don't lose that, and I lost it. So that's pretty funny. So, but I had a screw sitting around from my RC planes and stuff that fit. So I'm gonna match this size up here. What sizes? I have a couple, 3 different sizes usually I'm using, and that is not the right size. Get the right Torx. There it is. Okay, that's tight. This should not interfere with this. So now we got this here. We should try to match up these this flat. And I believe it was about like that. So this one here, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna kind of wrap it around like that. Okay. So that's how that one is. Keep the flat right there, that flat. Now we gotta go into here, okay? And we can worry about the connections afterwards. Not so worried about those yet. So now I gotta match this up with this, okay? getting that in first. Getting, this is a little bit, you know, it's kind of like packed full of stuff. Actually, I'm going to plug this in first. So that one goes here. There we go. Good. Nice little snap. This one might as well put in too. There we go. Got that in. So now I'm going to take both of those, tuck them in to that little hole right there. Right there. This guy here goes, flips that bracket. Maybe if I put a slot in there, that'd help. But okay, I got it finally. Okay, and then you want to make sure that's about aligned up, which it's not. See how it's crooked? That's not good. So we want to fix that. There we go. So I think it was sitting on that little circuit board right there. There we go. I felt it push through a little better. Now I'd adjust that. Okay, and everything looks great there. Well, that one could be a little tighter. That should be a tighter. Just tightening up this guy right here. I'm gonna grab my gerber tool and tighten this guy up a little bit. There we go. That should do it. All right, so that's tight, and yeah, that's not lopsided. Okay, next is this guy goes on. Those two holes go to the top. Okay, put in those two small screws, and these are Phillips, I think. No, these are Torx. Smaller Torx, different than the one I was using. So I'll just pre-install, put it on here. Try not to move this around too much because we think it's perfect in position. Okay, got one in. Got, where's my other little, there's my other. Okay, second one, get that hole lined up. Okay, perfect. Install this guy. Okay, got that guy now. Okay, two done. We can, now we gotta put this guy on. Feed that through there, okay? Then we want this symbol at the very top. We want that little bracket right there to tuck in. Can you see it? That little bracket right there. Yep, bracket. And tuck this guy in. Okay, there it goes, it tucked in. Just a little bit of playing around. And these go in fairly easy once you do that. So now we got this, the fan, and the fan goes in like that. The wires are flush with the surface, and then we got the 4 bolt holes. Outside the fan, you should see that label. Okay, screw number 1, same Torx. Torx done. 4 of these. Oh, I'm sorry, it's goofed up. You need the fan guard. You may not necessarily need this, but it keeps the little hairs out of it and fibers and stuff like that. So get that one on, this one on, this one, the last one. Here we go. Okay, gotta put this guy on, this little shield. Solo shield goes like that, and should sit centered once we get it in there. So it should tuck in here. There we go. Tucks in the other one. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think so. Okay, yeah. All right, so put in this little black piece right here. That fell off. All right, so that goes into there. And then we're ready to install. So let's grab it. All right, going to move the camera. Show this a little better. It's good. It's hard to do with the with the tripod. But anyway, it's working. All right, so we got this one right here. Everything's all together. This ribbon cable here, right here, goes on here and simply slips into it. To remove it, we would squeeze these 2 tabs right here, okay? and it comes right up, okay? To get this back on, it's really simple. Kind of line it and push, okay? And then we grab this cable right here. I'm gonna go freehand, sorry for all the movement. Okay, here we go. We're going straight down into the very top. Okay. Okay, it's easy to get into position. Okay, 1, 2, good. All right, now we're gonna feed it, and then we're going to check and see if it's actually working. All right, I have this connected to my computer here, and I'm just going to tell it to preheat this. Well, I have to put start. Okay, it's heating it up right now. Let's see if I can put this in here. Of course, 24 degrees Celsius is not good enough, but I can get this started at least. And I should be able to feel it go all the way, yep, there it goes. Feels good going all the way down there. And hopefully I start seeing it extrude from the bottom. Just turn on the fan. 50 degrees Celsius. Should be starting to drool probably around 200 Celsius. I'm going to try to connect the tube. I gotta, on the overside over here, I gotta push a little lever, and I should be able to take that, grab this weight thing. I can shift that down so that it fit, okay? Just by pushing this little lever on the side here, okay? Little lever on the side. So now I'm going to tell this to finish, and then I want to load filament and see if it works, see if it does anything. Start 208 degrees. Should start squirting filament out if it's if I did a good job. Oh, there's something. Maybe. Looks like something's coming out. Yeah, got it. Great. So now I can click on finish. Alright, we got it. That looks good. Don't let that cook inside of your 3D printer.